everybody. I'm Mike Galloway, and I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, what's considered by most to be the birthplace of monster trucks. I'm referring to Midwest four-wheel drive, the home and the headquarters for the king of the monster truck, Bigfoot. Hi, Gene, we ready to go?
Yes, sir, we're ready to go.
I'm riding shotgun.
Okay.
We're finally on our way, heading out with Bigfoot and the crew to TNT's Monster Truck Challenge at the Coliseum in Roanoke, Virginia. This is the first event of this size in Roanoke, so the crowd should be ready. And from what we've heard about the Coliseum and the competition, it's going to be one very tough race. Jim, when you look at a monster truck, probably the most distinguishing thing about the vehicle, it says I'm a monster truck, it's got to be the giant tires. Where do these tires come from?
These tires are originally developed for commercial liquid fertilizer spreading machinery used in the Midwest and some of the western states in a very large farms. Each tire can carry over 10,000 pounds. A monster truck only weighs 15,000, so one tire can almost support the weight of the whole truck.
How long will a set of these tires last in competition?
In competition or just general use, I have gotten as much as 2 years out of a set of tires, knock on wood, and I've also got as little as a month out of a brand new set. It really depends on how you hit the car. If you land on the cars wrong, you're going to come in contact with a windshield post, antennas, and a few other things that can really take one of these tires and cut it wide open and ruin it.
Before we left St. Louis, I had an opportunity to talk with Jim, Gene, and Bob Chandler about their favorite kind of Bigfoot action. And not surprisingly, they all had their favorite event. Jim Kramer, for example, enjoys it down and dirty in the mud.
When I pull up to that line, what goes through my mind is hopefully I've got my engine tuned just as crisp as it can be, developing the most horsepower it can. Did I pick the right spot in that 40-foot area to launch from? Launch is all important in a mud run. Did I pick the bottom of the terrain in the pit? Did I pick the right spot to go through? Is the left front tire going to grab and throw me completely over to the right, almost out of the pit and be disqualified? A lot of those things are running through your mind. Perfect mud pit is one that you can hopefully make it through with and use all your truck. You know what I mean? Make it, but use every ounce of power and every ounce of driving technique you have. I call that a perfect pit.
It took me, I guess, four years before I finally made it over the gravel Ramley Hill. It's a 270-foot high, 70-degree angle pea gravel hill. And at first they wouldn't even let me on it because the truck was too big. It'd tear the hill up, is what they said. And finally, after their events were over, it used to be 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, they'd finally let me attempt the hill. I have one truck that I use for hill climb. It's Bigfoot 1, the original one. And we've got a great big motor in it, a 640 cubic inch Allen root motor. And it produces a lot of wheel speed, and that's what it takes to kind of keep the tires spinning. There's just all the way up the hill to get over it. I guess it was about 2 years ago I finally got a chance to do it in the daytime, and we went, by the third try, we went clean over the top of it, and it was neat. It's a good feeling. 2 cars out in a farmer's field. They let us park it there and try, and drove over the cars twice and videotaped it. We used a videotape in our shop as a promo. You know, people come into the shop to see the videotape. It took us 6 months after I crushed the first set of cars before we do it in front of a crowd. A promoter asked me to do a car crush in front of the crowd, and Merrill and I talked about it, and he says, no, it's destructive, and it would really hurt the image that we've got. And he finally talked me into doing it, and the crowd went nuts. And all ages, kids to grandmothers, they really liked it, what we did, so we've been doing it ever since. Things are completely different now. You know, when we first started this car crushing, it was you drove out onto the track and you crawl over the cars, and that was a big thing. Then it slowly progressed where you finally, we did a wheel stand over the cars. Now, Jim Kramer, Rich Hooser, they're racing and they're jumping the cars. They hit the first one and clear 7 of them.
Well, we finally made it to our destination, Roanoke, Virginia. Took just over 13 hours and 620 miles. You know, in just a few hours, thousands of people who have paid to get a glimpse of this star will be inside. Every successful athlete, movie star, or celebrity has their group of dedicated fans. Well, Bigfoot is no exception, and it's captured in the hearts of people from every walk of life and from all over the world. It seems like no matter where Bigfoot vehicles go or what they do, the fans go wild. Why do people shower such affection, attention, and undivided loyalty on this truck? Well, it might be because at a time when red-blooded heroes were getting a little scarce, Bigfoot was developing into a great American success story. And over the years, like any good star, the Bigfoot owners, Bob and Marilyn Chandler, and their crews haven't forgotten their roots. The how and why of Bigfoot's phenomenal success, the Bigfoot fan. And that's why for more than a decade, with a fan club of 15,000 members and still growing, much of Bigfoot's time in the spotlight has been devoted to making personal appearances, donating time to charity, and just plain working hard to make people happy. But beyond its commercial value, Bigfoot's status as a silent spokesperson and American hero is constantly being applied by Bob and Marilyn Chandler towards trying to help people and make them feel good. From sharing Bigfoot magic with the patients in hospitals to showing kids that drugs aren't the answer, Bigfoot is larger-than-life proof that dreams can come true. You know, the mania of this monster truck has been growing since the truck made its movie debut back in 1979. The list of movie and television credits made by Bigfoot over the years would make any star envious. From the unforgettable cameo appearance in Take This Job and Shove It, guest appearance in Police Academy 2, That's Incredible.
On its road to victory, Bigfoot has left behind an incredible path of destruction.
Here's another look at Bigfoot's bruising dash to the finish. Bigfoot has proved once again it's truly the most incredible monster truck.
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
For the crowd, Bigfoot is the ultimate fantasy, a force no traffic jam could ever resist. The tires are 10 feet tall. A 1,000 horsepower engine roars under the hood, and the entire rig weighs 7 tons.
And these days, real superstardom only comes once you've made it in music videos for MTV.
To be exact, this is not fiction, this is all fact. The man in the back is dressed in black. He's going where we go.
As you can tell from the crowd response that it's time for Bigfoot. Jim Kramer, considered one of the top monster truck racers in America. He has drawn the number 3 qualifying spot. Bigfoot into the box and gets ready to go to work. Supercharged 460 cubic inch Ford motors. Triple Predator carburetors. Kramer on go. Let's see how he attacks the drive. Short shot on the hole. Watch it on the line. Flying over all of them. Cleared the line. Airborne and cleared the line. In the sky, and he wiped him. We'll wait on a time. It could be one of the toughest to beat. Bigfoot has the quick time of the night with a 4.9 on foot. So that is quick time. Of course, quick time gives you an advantage The Gravedigger, its rear engine. On top of it. Earth-shattering, ground-pounding pass. Well, the qualifying rounds have been set with the fastest time tonight going to Bigfoot, and he will run the slowest time, which was Lethal Weapon. Then it'll be Rambo versus the Barbarian. King Crunch will run Stomper. Just Showing Off will run Everett Jasmer's USA 1. Quick time, second quick time of the night goes to the Gravedigger, and he will run Playing for Keeps. So that's the stage as they'll come in and run side by side for an eliminator bracket. Well, the crowd gets into it as first round begins, and Jim Kramer, setting fast time of the night and having lane choice, goes to the odd side of the track. He'll run the Lethal Weapon truck. The times are important, but right now, the winning is the most important thing of all. As they sit on the line, and we'll listen as the motors come alive. It's a one-shot program. Puts out the lead. Kramer's flying him on his nose. Takes it out. It's a Bigfoot win. As the Weapon gets in a little bit of trouble, comes off the right-hand side of the car. So Foot will go outside and qualify for another round. Second round coming up. Well, Jim Kramer qualified with a 472, came back on the second pass with a 456. So you can tell that that side of the track is getting a little bit faster. The even side of the track is showing some signs of fatigue, and it's pulling the drivers off to the right side on their passes. So far in the second round of racing, quick time is owned by Crunch. Look at that. Talk about Crunch. They have smashed them to nothing. Playing for Keeps his stage. He's running the big blown motor of the Gravedigger. Who's it gonna be? Well, it's Gravedigger. He covers them. And I mean, he covers it all. The Gravedigger, and we're running out of cars. Now, it'll just be a short period of time between this round and the winner of this round advancing on to the semifinals. Jim Miller versus Jim Kramer in a pair of Ford trucks. Both of them staged very carefully. Watch for the light to go green. Clock starts thin. Who's it going to be? It's the whole shot. It's made all the difference. He wins it all over the track. A little bit of a rough landing for Jim Kramer. Semi-final round, the quarterfinal. This winner of this will go into the finals, and it's Bigfoot versus Rambo. The Ford has quick time of the night so far, and that is a 4.36. He did it on his last run at a 4.36. Rambo stayed. Bigfoot is stayed. One of these will go home. Christmas tree light in hand. Watch them as they go. Who's it gonna be? Kramer leaves on him. Look at that. Shuts it down at the wall. Shuts it down at the wall. You don't get much closer than that. As Bigfoot, Jim Kramer, goes into the finals. They've broken the truck. Well, Bigfoot on his last pass, when it came off the cars, had to get on the grinders real bad. Really running right up to the wall. It looks like that there has been a problem in the hydraulic on the rear steering, possibly a ruptured line. You can see one of the pit men over on the inside making some kind of adjustment. Now, he's got a few more minutes before he's called the final round. He will run if he can get repaired against the Gravedigger. A very trying situation. He's had quick time of the night. If they're going to make it into the final round, they've got to do it in a hurry.
Thank you very much.
close. Maybe just a little bit of edge going to Bigfoot.
As you can see, they have ruptured a rear steering line, the hydraulic line on the back of the truck that operates the rear steering. They have another one in the hauler. A crew member has gone to the pit area to pick up a new line. They're coming back immediately, and they'll replace the line. If they can do it in a reasonable length of time, it will be the Gravedigger versus Bigfoot for the final. We talked earlier about the ruptured steering line on the Bigfoot truck. The line is a steel line hydraulic hose, but it's actually been cut. When the truck got on the brake, the rear end rolled over and spliced the line completely open, losing hydraulic fluid and wiping out the rear steering. They have gone to the pit area, they're going to repair it, and they'll be back in just a moment. Has qualified and also ran a quick time of a 4:36 and then a 4:39. The Digger has ran consistent 4:49s all night long. Bigfoot in a familiar lane. Gravedigger in a lane that he has not been in all night long. The two fastest trucks on the premises go head-to-head for the championship here in Roanoke, Virginia. Jim Kramer running 460 cubic inches. He calls that his little motor. It's the foot! The foot pulls it out! Bigfoot pulls it out at the end! He did it in the air! What a finish for what a race! Bigfoot on top all the way! What a final! It was neck and neck, and he passed him right at the line! Bigfoot takes one home! Looks like that when Jim Kramer landed, the right front tire came back around real hard. So it could be another problem for Bigfoot, but at this time of the night, it makes no difference. It's all Overville. He does it in a 4:33. That's the quickest anyone has ran the course all night long. It's Bigfoot in the winner's circle tonight. The crowd cheering the king of the monster truck, Bigfoot. From very humble beginnings as a hobby of one man to world-sweeping phenomena as it is today, shaping the face of one of the newest competitive sports in automotive racing. Bigfoot, king of the monster truck, will have a unique and unforgettable place in legend and history. Bigfoot, part Hollywood star, the unflinching hero, meeting all challenges head-on. And part American dream, trying your hardest to win and succeeding against all odds. Bigfoot, king of the monster truck, makes the kind of statement that most Americans want to hear. And according to Bob Chandler, the countless hours and days spent making Bigfoot a reality really were worth it.
It's so neat to get out there in front of the crowd and see their reactions, see the kids' reactions mainly. That's what really turns me on. We work here a lot of hours. We work through the night quite often. We turn around and look at each other and say, what are we doing this for? And you get out and do a show, and the kids come up to the truck before and after the show, and it's like an idol to them, and that makes it worthwhile.